Hey guys, I'm in my boat here, and yeah, it happens to be in the garage, but nevertheless I am in my boat. And I want to talk to you a little bit about how do you hold on to your faith. And I want to use a reference with fishing with that. So I'm just going to reach over here and grab my fishing rod. As you can see, it's a big fishing rod, and I use it for muskie and I use it for catfish. And typically what I used to do for catfish is I would throw it out, and you can see there's this big weight on it here and a hook on the bottom, and I'd throw it out to the back of the boat and I'd let it sit there. And I'd have it all locked up, and when the catfish grabbed it, it would hammer down, and often the hook would set itself on the catfish, and I would set the hook up nice and heavy and start bringing the fish in. But I was out last time catfishing, and what I was noticing is even the big catfish were just nibbling, just a little tap, 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 tap. And so they were stealing my bait. Now there's some small fish there that were taking the bait too, but the big catfish were taking the bait. And so I came up with a little bit of a different system on how to land the catfish. Is I would press the bail release here with my thumb, and I would hold the rod, and you still want to hold the rod fairly tight, because when a cat hammers, it does hammer down fairly heavy, and it will take the rod. If you watch one of my fishing videos, you'll see John Harms actually caught a rod that was at the bottom of the Red River. But I pressed the bail, and then as the catfish was taking the bait, I would just thumb off the bail a little bit and let it take the line. And after I felt that it had taken enough line, I'd close it back up and hammer up and set the hook. And so the question that I posed to you is, how do you hold on to your faith? And I want to liken it a little bit to how I hold on to the fishing rod in that catfishing situation. Now, some of us, we hold on to our faith really tight. You know, we're ready for that fish, or in our faith, we're ready for hard times and we're ready for struggles. And so we hold on to our faith really tight, and we're going to be unmoved and unwavering. And that's often seen as a good thing, but I think there's a few negatives to that, and I'll talk about that in a moment. Others of us, you know, maybe we just kind of do whatever with our rod, and we hold it kind of loose, or we hold our faith kind of loose. And much the way that John Harms caught that rod at the bottom of the Red River, our faith then is susceptible to be swayed by anybody that tickles our ears or says something convincing. What I'd want to suggest to you guys is our faith, the things that you believe about Christ, the non-salvation issues, they're important. Some people say, well, they're just not important because it's a non-salvation issue. I believe that to be absolutely false. That they are important. It reveals things about God to us, and it reveals the heart of God, so they are important. But how to hold on to your faith is kind of in that firm grasp, yet with a little bit of looseness, as I described how I caught the catfish that I was fishing. Now, you want to hold on to your faith firm, because there are going to be times where people will come and they'll try and say all kinds of convincing things that tickle your ears, or that sound nice or sound great, and they'll want to steer you away. They'll want to take your faith out of your hands and steer you away. And sometimes that's purposefully, and sometimes that's non-purposefully. But you also want to hold on to it loose enough too that there's room for questioning, and there's room for questioning your beliefs. And that you can go, does this still make sense? God, are you revealing a deeper truth to me that I didn't know before? And that's the way that I hold my beliefs, the non-salvation type things. With a strong enough grasp that I absolutely believe this and I have conviction about it, I'm going to hold on to it. But with a loose enough grasp, also, as on the line here, with a loose enough grasp that if the Lord reveals to me that I still don't have the fullness of truth, that I'm still going to change my belief a little bit to line it up with the fuller truth of what God's saying. So you hold on to it tight, so that when the struggles come, it's not pulled out of your hand, but you hold it loose enough too, so that as the Lord reveals truth to you, your heart can be moved and respond to a greater and deeper degree of truth that you didn't know before. And so that's just something that I was thinking about this week and want to share it with you guys. So thanks for watching. This has been Don the Sign Guy, and we'll talk to you later. Bye for now.